Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest this evening is 8 3-minute rounds in the light welterweight division. Firstly, wearing the black and green shorts, weighing in 10 stone, 1 pound 8 ounces, fighting out of the red corner, hailing from Bermondsey, South London. Please welcome the ever-popular Petere McDonagh. And across the ring, his opponent this evening, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white-black shorts, weighing in 10 stone 3 ounces. Here is a man who made instant headlines when he turned professional after a successful career in football. As a footballer at Birmingham City, paid a then record of £1 million for him, and he went on to captain Sheffield United and Hull City and to play for England at under 21 level. Nelson swapping his boots for gloves. In 2006, he's compiled a record of 14 wins from 15 contests, with 9 coming by stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, from Driffield in Yorkshire, please welcome Curtis Woodhouse. Your referee in charge of the action is Marcus McDonald of Twickenham, who will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Now, the rules of boxing, that explains it. One thing I will say, obey my steps at all times. Watch your head, keep it clean. Any questions? Let's go to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8 3-minute rounds.
Seconds out, first round.
Chief support here at York Hall this evening. Curtis Woodhouse against Petere McDonagh. Potential to be a decent little scrap, this. McDonagh always gives a good account of himself. And Woodhouse just beginning to motor as a pro. He's being lined up for a fight with Frankie Gavin. Gavin's got that Intercontinental title fight lined up in December against Dean Harrison. Should he come through that? Should Woodhouse win tonight? He might meet down the line. That's the thinking anyway. A good test for Gavin. Woodhouse has just been beaten the once. 14 wins. 9 stoppages. Now carries a bit of a dig. That loss on his record was to Jay Morris back in 2009, but earlier this year he stopped Morris in just 3 rounds, actually, picking up the International Masters light welterweight title. One of 3 fights this year for Woodhouse, all of them ending in a stoppage. 2 of them title fights as well, and a good win last time out over Steffi Bull. 9th round stoppage then. In fact, the last 4 of Woodhouse's fights have ended in stoppages. To do well to get one tonight, though. McDonagh has only ever been stopped once, and that was on an injury against Giuseppe Lowry in the European title fight. He's got the best of records, McDonagh. He's been in some rare old fights, though. Some decent wins as well, including one over Michael Gomez. I saw him beat Lee Purdy a couple of years ago. Their first fight, a real classic. Not necessarily at his best at light welter, McDonagh. He fancies it more at maybe lightweight. So at the end of round 1.
First 2 minutes were perfect.
Here's Dave Colwell in the corner.
Started trying to land a bit, the shots as a lead shot. Yeah? All right? Just continue to...
Body shot that round the corner from Woodhouse. Just watching some of the action back from the first round. First 2 minutes were perfect. Set his corner. See if he can make it 3 minutes of perfection in round number 2. McDonagh in the green and black shorts. Woodhouse in the silvery white shorts with the black trim. His long career as a pro footballer, Curtis Woodhouse. A record signing for Birmingham City. It's changed hands for £1 million. So played for Grimsby, Sheffield United, England at under 21 level. His first love was always boxing though, and even as a pro footballer he'd sneak off after training, try and find a gym where he could do some sparring. Managers never knew about it. And back in 2006 he decided to turn pro. She turned over with Frank Warren. Made his debut on a charity card in London. Looked all right that night, a bit nervous. And then he parted company for a while from Warren. Had some dealings with David Hay. Back in the stable now. He's got McDonagh trapped in a corner here. McDonagh always in great shape. Work rate's always good. Energy level's always good. Doesn't carry much of a punch though. There's 2 stoppages from his 15 wins, 19 losses. Not many of them have been big ones though. Frankie Gavin actually became the first man to whitewash him earlier this year. It's not a bad yardstick either, seeing how Woodhouse does against him tonight.
Have a sit down. There you go, Red. Okay, breathe now. Okay?
Yeah.
And listen, it's all coming off that jab, yeah? It's all coming off that jab. So while you're getting sloppy behind that right hand, yeah? Set him up behind that jab, then throw the right hand, you get me?
Yeah.
Listen, if he comes in, throw that left hook or jab. Yeah, listen, that's your round. All right, but look, every time you're covering up and let him hit you, if you don't throw that jab, right, you can see everything else that's coming off of it, right, okay? Boxing absolutely brilliant, right? Remember, keep focused with that defence so it's nice and tight, so you can come back with the counters. Don't start getting ragged, right?
Moving now. You haven't moved out of your level yet. Okay.
2 now.
Next level.
Yeah, but the point is, if you keep composed, you won't stop him, right? Right? Make sure them body shots, right?
Cut him off, don't shake.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Interesting words there from both corners between the rounds. It's funny to hear McDonagh ask if he'd won the round. Sounded very anxious. Been the easiest fight to score so far. McDonagh, of course, was involved in that bizarre fight against Michael Gomez a few years ago. He was actually turned his back on him, refused to fight. It raised a few questions. Official investigation into it. Bookmakers became involved. There's some suggestion that the fight might have been thrown. Gomez cleared of any wrongdoing, though. One of those freakish fights. Gomez at the time was through a few turmoils. Of course, came back to give Amir Khan a real test in Birmingham. McDonagh was talked about as a potential opponent for Khan as well early on in his career. Winning this third round, Petere McDonagh. The thing is with McDonagh, he always throws lots of leather. He's a busy fighter, if not a heavy-handed one. McDonagh finished that round well. Boxing on the move.
Running one way all the time. Yeah, you need to cut him off, but when you cut him off, you need to make sure your chin comes down. You know, in that wave, like, you need to be doing that with your head a bit more, because he's catching with a little right hand, right? And what he's showing is that if he backs off, you're running back curve. You need to speed your feet up when you know when you're throwing that jab, rather than dragging it, right? You need to speed your feet up, right? Start bringing that right hand a little bit more, but straight. Throw it a couple of long arm, terrible.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Not much between them on the punch stats.
Round 4.
This fight set for 8 rounds. Could have done with maybe being 10. Referee Marcus McDonald there just has a quick word with Curtis Woodhouse about holding on. Oh, good shot there from Woodhouse. Hurt McDonagh on the ropes there. It was a right hand. And McDonagh's head's quite cleared yet. Back he comes though with a right hand of his own. A little combination. Best round of the fight so far, this one. Shot that from McDonagh. Woodhouse looked a little bit drawn when he came into the ring. How easy he found it making weight. Good shot from McDonagh. Back comes Woodhouse though. Really put his weight behind that. Body shot. Got McDonagh off balance. Another body shot there as well from Woodhouse. Venom going into these shots.
Listen to me, boy. Big deep breaths, big deep breaths. He's going, alright?
We just heard Dave Caldwell there saying he's going. Not too happy in that round, Petere McDonagh. Well, that's White. Lovely right hand straight through the middle from Curtis Woodhouse. Back came McDonagh with a couple of his own.
Range first. Make sure your feet are in. You listen to me now. Okay, halfway mark gone. This is where you got to work hard. You got to graft now. A little bit of spite in that jab for your feet.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 5.
Woodhouse targets the body at the start of the 5th. McDonagh soaks it up though, back he comes. Uppercut from Woodhouse. A bit slower though, the punches from McDonagh. Quite so much venom behind them. Another body shot there from McDonagh. To heat up this fight. Oh, good shot from McDonagh. Left hand as Woodhouse was open. Plenty of punches landing here for both boxers. Woodhouse now has to take some body shots from McDonagh. He's trapped on the ropes, Curtis Woodhouse. Weighs McDonagh in. Drops his hands. McDonagh needs no invitation. And Woodhouse just spins away. Works the body himself. Really good round this. Around a minute left. It's taken a while to get going, this fight. Yeah, it really has caught a light. We've got 10 seconds left of this 5th round. It really has been good.
Listen what I'm going to tell you now. Listen what I'm going to tell you now. Listen. You just lost your first round, right? From on both sides, from having him on verge of quitting and having him on verge of going, by standing there and letting him tee off on you, he's now back in fight and he thinks he's going to win fight. Do you understand what you've just done? Right? Do not back up on this kid. Where's the head movement?
Dressing down from Dave Colwell there in the corner, telling Curtis Woodhouse that he just lost his first round of the fight. See some of the action. This may be why. McDonagh didn't stop throwing leather really for the whole 3 minutes.
Right? That was a big effort on him, right? He's going to be fucking knackered, right? Come on.
Round 6.
Not much between them, certainly on the scorecards. Marcus McDonagh, the man in charge this evening. It'll be down to him to decide a winner at the end of 8 rounds. Woodhouse goes long, looking for the body. So much action in this round, but it's still utterly watchable. Good shot that from McDonagh. Right hand. Sense if McDonagh here just believes he can cause an upset. Be against the script if he won. Be a huge surprise though. Better from Woodhouse though. Back he comes. Another really good round.
Okay, breathe. How do you feel? Yeah? You're all good? Take a sip. Okay, now listen to me, yeah? We all know you've got big bollocks in there, yeah? We all know you're a good boxer as well. You're going to need these next 2 rounds. I want it conclusive. I want you to take these rounds, all right? Which means you've got to work. I want you to move up the gears now.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Come on. I believe in you.
Get your boxing back together, right?
Seconds out. Round 7.
So just a couple of rounds to go. Get the feeling that McDonagh might need to win both of them to have a chance of getting anything out of this fight. Woodhouse just edging ahead. Contrast to the Gavin fight though. Frankie Gavin, of course, won every round against Petere McDonagh. Woodhouse just told to watch his head. Good body shot from Woodhouse, left hand to the body. That's what he did in the opening couple of rounds so well. Both boxers really fancying they're in with a chance of winning this one. I thought Woodhouse just ahead, he's got the edge. McDonagh giving everything in there though. McDonagh. He's finished the rounds well, it must be said, generally throughout the fight. He finishes this one well as well. We're going to go down to the 8th round. Oh, McDonagh just ahead on the punch stats. They didn't tell us too much though.
Now listen, big breaths, yeah?
Woodhouse has been, for me, just a round or two better. Some action back here from the 7th round. Lovely right hand there from McDonagh.
I'll leave your head up there. You've gone back to being raw and everything's wide and you're looking at throwing single hard shots, right? You need to make